Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I have another completed project to share. I altered another one of those small unfinished sleds from Michaels, and I used the Prima Lifetime Collection. I love the mixed media look to this paper. Really sweet. I used my little blue button stamp called Ragdoll Sweetheart Skating. She's super cute. So I used her. And I used, well, first I'll show this. I used this stencil from Prima, and it's called, I don't see a name for it, but it's one of the Finnabar stencils, and it just looks like a bunch of little flowers, really cute. And then I used one of the dies that Vickie Lee had sent me. She had sent me the large skate die, the Bigs die from Tim Holtz, which I really appreciate it. And the cuts from that are this big, but it was too big for my sled. So I used the smaller one that she had sent me, the Mover and Shaper ice skate, this one. See the difference in size? This is the die. So the smaller one worked perfectly. So I used those. Thank you so much, Vickie, for sending these dies to me. I had the best time playing with them. So this is my sled. Let's see, I hope, let me see. I'm trying to get the angle right, it's kind of hard. But at any rate, this is the sled. The first thing I did was paint the entire sled with my white acrylic paint. I didn't use gesso first. I just used a couple of coats of the white paint. I believe it's the Folk Art Satin white cotton ball paint, the multi-surface acrylic paint. So I did that, and then excuse me, I papered each slat of the sled. I measured it, and I kind of freehanded the edges there. If you can see, they don't match perfectly, but I papered the sled. I went over the edges with my evergreen bough Tim Holtz Distress ink. Sorry about the shadow, I'm outside, but I just love the teal green color of that evergreen bough. I used my gel medium to adhere the paper, and I also adhered paper on this top runner piece. And then I went over it with my modeling paste, you know, using the stencil from Prima. I've covered a lot of it up, of course, but I did do that. And then this frame here is the Tim Holtz Ornate frame. It's a Sizzix die, and I just love the shape of it. And I cut it out of chipboard, and then I colored it with my Heidi Swap color shine sprays. I used Seafoam, and I had to use a little bit of the Dilutions white spray to kind of you know, make it you know, not as dark, I guess. So I did that, and then I covered it in the gel medium, and then added my glitter and let that dry. For my image, I colored her using my Tim Holtz Distress markers. I also went over the fuzz in her boots and her earmuffs and her little jacket, the white parts, with my Wink Estella white pen. But then I also went over it with stickles. And I fussy cut her out. And then I raised her up on pop dots so that, you know, she's too big for the frame. So I made her looking like she's skating out of the frame. And then I cut some sentiments out of the paper collection. This says, "Enjoy the little things. give hugs, smile big, enjoy the little things. And then for my skates, I cut those out of chipboard as well, and then covered them with the acrylic paint and a little bit of texture. And then I distressed the edges with my black soot. And then I only went over this front part where the laces would be and the top with my glitter and also the blades. First I went over the blades with my Wink Castella, and then I did the glitter. So I thought the skates looked really sweet, and I added the little brown roses are from I Am Roses, and I adhered the one on Pop Dots, and then I just adhered this one to the first skate. These pretty teal flowers here are from the $2 bin from last year. I just love those colors. They worked real well with the paper and the frame. And then over here, these are gears that I use my Tim Holtz Movers and Shapers small gears to cut those out. And I treated them the same way I did the skates, and then added glitter. And this one I sprayed just a little bit with the Seafoam Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I layered that on top of this one. And I just thought, I know they're not snowflakes, but I thought they looked really cool. The little silver snowflake there and the one on top is from Recollections from last year. And then the trim up here, the little pom-pom trim, is from Melissa Francis, and the color worked really well with the paper. And then I went over it, layered it with some Joann's lace on top. I adhered it, upside down so that the fringe was up. This is another one of the little roses from the $1.50 spot at Michael's. I added stickles to my flowers. It's hard for me, because it's so bright here today, it's hard for me to see through the lens and see how this is showing up, but I hope it's showing up because I think it came out super cute. I added a little bit of cheesecloth underneath my flowers, if you could see that there. And I think, I can't tell if the glitter is showing up, but the glitter just really makes it pop. I'm loving glitter these days. I added another little snowflake, silver snowflake underneath the skate here. So yes. So I'm going to leave a link to Vickie Lee's friend. Her name is Michelle, and she has an eBay store. And like I had mentioned in my previous video, her area was hit with a tornado, and she lost pretty much everything. And she's trying to get her eBay store back up and running. And that is where Vickie had gotten these dies. Is from a friend's eBay store. So at any rate, I'm going to leave the link to her store below. And she carries all kinds of scrapbooking supplies and embellishments. And, maybe you'll want to take a look over there and support her, because she's trying to rebuild. So I can't imagine that type of loss. It takes a certain kind of strength to come up from that, and from what Vickie says, Michelle and her family have that strength, so I'd really like to support her. So I'm going to leave the link to her eBay store below. So at any rate, thank you so much, Vickie, for these dies. I hope you enjoy this project, because it's going to you as a thank you for your thoughtfulness. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.